right, this is Lynn with Lynn's Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Jan's Lounge on Greenback in Orangevale with the awesome Push Band, specifically speaking to Rhonda, the lead vocalist. Rhonda, thank you so much for sparing us some time in between sets.
Oh, thank you for smiling and dancing.
Oh, you're very welcome. That's what we do best. I wanted to ask you, so your website, which is pushsacramento.com, talks about your musical journey, your early start on the flute and the saxophone, and then you venture into vocals.
Yes.
So tell us more, like at what age your journey started and the highlights of that progression.
Well, actually, it started when I was about 5. I used to sing to my teddy bears, believe it or not, and I used to sing a lot when my family was out on our boat on the lake because nobody could hear me.
Oh.
So that's how I started singing. And my sister always tells everybody that I would never shut up. I just bugged the snot out of her that I would sing all the time around the house. But I really started singing in the church choir.
Nice.
And then I got into theater and did musical theater, and that's a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
And then I had kids and everything, stopped like
Life
to nothing.
got in the way.
But then they got old enough, and I thought, wow, I really need to do music again. What should I do? And I looked in on Craigslist and looking for something like Sweet Adelines or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And instead I found an ad for a rock band audition.
Nice.
I'm like, what the heck, And so I started singing with them, and then I got into Push. It's almost 4 years now that I've been with this band. It's a great band, great group of guys. So
that's awesome.
It's been really fun to do such wonderful music, difficult music together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. You play the coolest songs. We love it. I mean,
Good.
It just
Thank
gets
you.
us out there just rocking it. It's
and
awesome.
I have brought my saxophone into the band.
Nice.
I'm just not playing it tonight because I can't breathe.
Oh.
And you have to be able to breathe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for life. That's so true. Well, okay, I was going to ask you, so when did you get bit by the rock and roll bug? But apparently that was when you went on Craigslist.
Well, yeah, and what's really funny is I had been telling my husband to turn all this music down for 20 years. I listened to jazz exclusively for the first 20 years we were married. And then I just fell into this rock band, and I had to play catch-up.
Oh.
I mean, I knew a lot of the big hits that had been on the radio, but he had to tutor me real fast in rock and roll history. And he's a rocker boy, so he was my private consultant, and he taught me a lot about rock and roll. But it was a learning curve, let me tell you.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's fast catch-up.
Yeah.
Very
but
quick.
It's fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I was going to ask you, too, what is your favorite rock and roll decade to sing? The 80s, 90s, 70s?
The 70s is really an unparalleled decade as far as rock with melody and really complicated arrangements. Like we do the song by Head East. Now I can't think of it because of the Cold Medicine. But it's a really intricate song, and you just don't find those later. So I'd say that's my favorite decade, even though I was a young adult in the 80s, so those songs are really dear to me, and I really love them. But the 70s is very intricate, beautiful music.
I have to agree, the 70s, there's just something about them. They're just very special.
Yeah.
And I don't hear them very often in the bands. Of course, I go to see 80s and 90s bands, but I do notice you do some 70s songs.
Yeah.
And I love them. They're very nice.
We go into the 80s, and we've added a lot of Journey and songs like that, and those are really fun to wail on.
Yeah, exactly. Now, going back just a little bit in your journey, did you ever, before you became professional in a rock band, did you ever do any karaoke? Because there's a lot of karaoke around this town.
I never did.
Oh.
I never did. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was all about my babies, for 10, 15 years. Yeah. And then just, I don't know. And then it just kind of instantly, bam, I was singing again, yeah.
The third career.
Yeah.
At that point, huh?
I've lost track.
Career.
Yeah.
We'll just call it career.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I don't want to keep you out here in the cold because it's a very, very nippy night out here in December. So I want to thank you. Yeah, you're
rock and roll.
Yeah, there you go. Makes you tough. But thank you so very much for your time. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Lynn.
So enjoying the Push gig tonight, and can't wait for more. So we'll go get back in there and rock it.
All right,
rock it
I will.
out. So thank you, dear.
Thanks. Bye now.